Hi, it's Simon, the CEO of Funded Trading Plus. Today I'm back with another account review. This is Brandon from South Africa, who has a crazily high win percentage and also some very interesting data of his average win versus average loss. So let's have a look at that together.
So the account we're looking at today is from a trader called Brandon from South Africa. This is a 25k experienced trader program, and Simon, the CEO of Funded Trading Plus, is about to review it.
Right, thank you, Josh. Let's have a start by having a look at the dashboard. We'll start looking at the trading statistics. I mean, what we see with this is 34 days, but taken 29 trades and managed to win 27 of them, and managed to only lose 2 of them. And not only that, they've managed to, their average winning trade is $95, their average losing trade is $32. So that is a pretty incredible performance. Now, it's easy to praise that, but I would question how often that would be sustained. Like, you've sort of got, sometimes you outperform yourself, pretty, I don't know, to try to say, sometimes your equity curve, you outperform yourself pretty exceptionally like that, when in reality, your equity curve is usually probably something a bit more like this. So it's a case of, when does this regress? When does this return back to normal? When do you regress to the mean? Because this is exceptional, exceptional winning, exceptional sort of average win. So my question would be: is when does that stop sustaining? I mean, maybe he can sustain that forever, and he'll be the best trader in the history of the world. But I think more realistically, Brandon is going to find that this is something that's not going to sustain at those sorts of levels. But whilst it has, fantastic, but don't get carried away thinking this is, I'm going to be winning whatever that equates to, well over 95% of my trades, because that's probably not likely. But as it's happened, we'll analyze it, have a look at it. Great job on passing the evaluation, fantastic win percentage, fantastic average win, average loss, which is something you more control. So yeah, that's really impressive. Again, S&P, US 30, my sort of bread and butter. Love to see it. But yeah, pretty much just a relatively straight up equity curve, isn't it? Until this, I wonder how frustrating this was. Look how many trades he had to take just to get over the line. Like, I think this is really, this is good discipline. I mean, look at that. I mean, you see the equity hierarchy. Well, I mean, it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 trades before he finally got to that end. So he had to be disciplined here. Yeah. A lot of these, you've got these, you've got a really fast rise equity curve here. So I think your mentality could be, well, I'm just going to smack this green line as a profit target where you pass your valuation. I think your mentality can be just, this is going to, I should be passing this in the next 2 trades based on that, but he's not. He's had to have 2 pretty sideways, 3 pretty sideways periods here, 1, 2, and the final one 3. So the temptation is you get frustrated because you think, I'm rocketing towards this profit target in whatever that is, sort of 7 days or so, and then it takes you nearly another month in order to pass it with a lot of sideways. So yeah, good discipline there, just not to get carried away, because I've seen people who've come frustratingly close and then they've just blown it because they've got frustrated and tried to rush it. So that's a good little bit of work there. I'm impressed with that. And yeah, some of these big wins are great for the account size, 270, a lot of them over 100, and again, the magnitude, because there's no losses, the magnitude of these losses is so small. So yeah, that's really good work there. Kept those lot sizes very small because of the crazy volatility that he's experienced, as you'll see when we move on to the good winning and losing trade example.
Yeah, unbelievable. Don't really know what to start with this account. I feel like this should be hung up in our wall of fame of account review, Simon. It's probably the best looking pass we've seen.
It is.
One of the best looking passes that we've seen. It'd be good to see how he's getting on with the actual simulated funded account as well. So there's not too much to pick apart from this dashboard. I was thinking, is it a good time to maybe look at one of his best winning trades and seeing if you see some magic on there?
Yeah, it is. I mean, just to the viewers know, this is the first time I generally look at these, because I like to get a sort of natural reaction. I'm sure there's more detail if I looked at them for hours on end. But yeah, I mean, just the volatility is nuts, isn't it? If that's the whichever index this is, I can't quite tell. Oh, it's the SPX, isn't it? Oh, I thought that was a spot, but it's not. It's a comma, so it's the office in the SPX. Sort of helps by saying it up there as well. That's a good hint. But yeah, I mean, this is just drawing the crazy times of the tariffs. Look at this, just news coming out all the time. China, take that, China have 28%. Oh no, China have 15%. That type of stuff like that. So yeah, he's obviously trading this crazy volatility. I mean, the price action still adhering to some price action patterns. I mean, I'm guessing he's looking for a break here, and it's just sort of, I mean, it's a tricky one. He's got in here. The market's instantly giving him all this profit. I mean, that's happened possibly within a few seconds. He's not taking any profit. Market's come back down, got into a losing position, gone sideways, and eventually come back up and hit the same profit target. So, obviously, I don't know his profit-taking methodology, but I wonder whether, having some sort of partial profit-taking order or profit-taking order might be of use here, or maybe it's just a pure price action trader. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be telling him too much what to do given how many he's won. But yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, he's got his stop in a position. Doesn't appear it's particularly behind any price action, so it's probably just an arbitrary stop. Maybe he put his stop in a little bit later behind here. That would make sense. It's below these lows. Maybe we could bring it up a little bit higher. But yeah, it's a crazy volatile situation, and obviously he's managing his risk and he's eventually taken profit when the market's gone here, because I guess he's decided this sideways price action has lost a little bit of momentum, so he decided to take profit there.
Yeah, and like you said, Sam, these are one of the first times that you actually see these accounts. So, what is your first impression of their strategy based on just like this largest winning trade?
Yeah, it's difficult to decipher a specific strategy here, other than it looks like it was just sort of breaking out here. But yeah, just crazy volatility. Very easy to get in trouble in this volatility. But for me, I like trading short-term time frame in this volatility, because you can sort of feel and see the momentum in the market when the market's fizzing up, and you can just get in, and then the P&L. You have to make sure you're position sizing yourself, and that's one thing he's done very well, is make sure he's got very small position sizing relative to the volatility, whereas some people don't adapt, so they keep the position sizing the same, and then they get themselves in trouble.
Yeah, amazing. And this is a 25k simulated account. What should Brandon's next focus be? Should it be scaling this account, or just focusing on consistency while he's simulated funded?
I think it's a case of consistency. I mean, it's taken him 34 days to complete, so I think probably having that sort of realistic time frame is in action. I mean, what I'd be looking at probably for me is, okay, it's got the average, the win percentage is quite high, and I'm surprised looking at the sideways price action that the average win is so much higher than the average loss, to be honest. But then he's only had 2 losses, so I guess that's easier. So I think probably want to disregard the losses, and I've been looking at all these sideways trades here, because they're not really adding much value to the account, are they? So I'd be taking all these sideways trades, separating them from the trades that actually gain more substantial gains in equity. And I'd just be splitting them and just saying, what value do these add? Were they board trades, or were they still the same sort of quality as these trades here, or is it just a part of his methodology where he expects quite a lot of break-even trades? I don't know. I'd have to speak to him in order to find that out. But I'd be looking a bit more closely at why were all these so sideways and didn't really add? Because you're still taking on the risk. So why didn't they add any real value for me, other than maybe just not being losing trades? Maybe that's the success that I'm out looking at. But that'd be the question I'd be asking him more in depth, is have a look at these winning trades, have a look at the sideways trades, and just see if there's anything you could have done to improve these sideways trades, or maybe just were they all justified? That would be what I'd be looking at.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And after passing an evaluation in such high standards, what dangers does Brandon face now that he's become a funded trader? Like, what's the differences psychologically that he's going to encounter when he's actually trading with our simulated funded accounts compared to the evaluation?
Sorry to interrupt you. I think it's just simply don't expect to continue to only have 2 losses out of a sample of, what was it, 29 or whatever it was. Sorry, beg your pardon. No, it was 29. Yeah, don't expect to be winning 27 out of 29 trades going forward, and you're probably going to start seeing a cluster of losses. And would your system be able to, what degree of losses would your system be able to sustain? But he's the one who's passed, so don't want to judge him too much.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of the only 2 losing trades, didn't take us long to actually mock up this trade on the trading view chart.
I forgot what I
here it is.
Yeah. I mean, this is obviously on the back of some crazy volatility again. There's obviously a 1600 spike. Maybe it's news because of a tiny little pause candle before. I'm not sure, but it could be pre-bought, whatever news. But yeah, I mean, he's gone for a breakout of the high here. He's placed his stop, looks like below this low here. So you've got this news candle, and then he's anticipating a continuation. Really, I think the question is, for me, it's a case of how much energy in the market is contained within this news candle about any further news. I mean, maybe it could be, it depends what it was, but is it a catalyst to continue further? Maybe it was, but equally, it's not uncommon after news has taken all the sort of buyers and sellers in that moment to see a bit of sideways drift, sideways chop, and obviously he's decided that sideways chop just isn't isn't worth staying in, and it is taken that loss. It's also broken that low. You're seeing mini lower highs, lower lows. So it does indicate it may retrace a greater degree of the news candle. You could pull a fib on that news candle as well and see where the retracement's to, but I'm not going to do that. But if you are on a winning streak, you can call it the hot hand in sport. It's a bit of a fallacy. It can be very hard to take a loss because it's like, well, I'm winning all my other trades. This one will come back round. I'll end up winning it. So this, to take a rare losing trade in among a sequence of winners is good discipline as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing, the volatility in that prior candle, and then you just, as soon as he's entered the trade, it's kind of gone sideways, kind of leaning down. So yeah, really disciplined that he's managed to get out of the trade where he did. Like you said, he could have held on to that a bit longer. I think it was going to reverse and stuff. So no, really, really good. I think this is one of the best account reviews that we've done, Simon, and one of the best evaluation passes that we've seen on this series. But if you traders at home have got an evaluation pass or fail, or it's still active, please send it in using the form below, and Simon, the CEO of Funded Trading Plus, will review your account just the same way that we reviewed Brandon's. And yeah, all the best, Brandon. Hopefully we'll see you on an FT Plus interview really soon. But for now, thank you so much. Thank you, Simon. And we'll see you on the next episode.